Hello again. This is me playing catch-up. I wanted to report in on another recent and unexpected, totally unexpected event. In, when was it? September, which may have been about the last time I was reporting. I paid a visit to an art show in Pennsylvania. I was going to my 50th high school reunion in the area and walked in, saw this art, was blown away by it. Beautiful work. And I could feel an energy coming off of it, which is logical. It's created, in paint by a person who's putting their energy right through the brush and into the painting. It's what you do automatically, conscious or not. And I was so taken by it, I declared that I'd love to meet the artist. And as it happened, she was going to be there the next day. I wanted to see her and, measure up. Was what I was feeling from the paintings going to feel the same way as she felt? Sure enough, she did. It did. It was amazing. And I left there thinking, my art doesn't do that. My art does not feel like me. It's good. Compositionally, I'm very good. Color-wise, yes, great. Good stuff, attractive stuff. But it didn't do what her art did. And I didn't know why. At the reunion, I had occasion to recall an experience in my senior majors arts class in which my art teacher had, for all intents and purposes, disrespected me. She had assigned a project to create a painting based on a given topic, I forget what. I created an abstract, my first, and last until this event. And she looked at it. She said it was A+ work. We had a critique. It was public. A+ work, but she was only going to give me an A-. And I was furious. She said she was only going to give me an A- because I didn't know what I was doing. But I did. There was no arguing the point. I let it go. I did not let it go, in point of fact. What I discovered at that reunion was that I had been carrying that around for 50 years. I had been carrying around some idea that I, quote, had to know what I was doing, had somehow to be able to explain myself if I was going to make art. And from that day forward, I pretty much made art that could be explained. The best way I can put it. I went through art college, and I could tell you what I had done. I didn't know what to do about that. 2 weeks later, found myself at another 50th high school reunion, my husband's. And this was more high-end kind of a thing. And they had a wonderful DJ who, unfortunately for me, started with music from the 60s, which, okay. But I like today's music a lot more. I like super hot, fast dance music. I like Pitbull. I like Lady Gaga. I like that stuff. And I had to wait all night for that to come up as he worked his way through the generations. And when it did, by then, a lot of the guys were tired. Guys seemed to get tired of dancing. The women were still dancing, so I was up on the floor with a circle of women dancing, one of whom was a much younger woman with what appeared to have been Down syndrome, I'm not sure. And she took a liking to me and my dancing. And as people fell away, she came over and just grabbed my hands, and we started dancing together. And we just danced and danced and danced until there was nobody on the floor practically but us. And I walked off that dance floor and I said to my husband, I know what's missing from my painting. That. The energy that I have when I'm dancing, which is pure, essential me, that's not there. I want my art to look like that, to feel like that. I want to feel like that when I make art, so that my paintings can feel like that. And it was an amazing revelation. The next day I had him drive me to an art supply store so we could stock up on a bunch of stuff I knew I was going to need if I was going to essentially let go in paint. Because that's what I do when I dance. I let go. But there's a tremendous amount of skill there. You can ask anyone who's seen me dance. So I'm mistaken for a professional, an old professional, but a professional, frequently. I have skill. And I can let it go. I can let my energy go, flow into that, do what it wants. And so since then, I've been doing God knows what stuff. It's fabulous. I'm having fun. It looks like I like. I'm really happy. The night before my birthday, which was about 2 months later, sitting on the couch with my husband, and all of a sudden I felt my mother enter the room. She came into the room. I could not see her, but I could feel her. You know what that's like. You can feel somebody. And my mother has never appeared to me. My dad has a couple of times, and that was not unexpected. My mother and I had a rocky road until when I got scleroderma, really. It was a kind of a love-hate relationship. And it turned into a pure love relationship. She's the one who put me in art school. She's the one who felt I should make art. I was going to be a writer. And I think that because I had that breakthrough, she showed up to validate that. At a time, 68 years after she would have been in labor with me at about that time, 68 years before. It was awesome, wonderful, validating for sure. I don't know. Every night my husband and I closed the day by saying, what could be better than this? I honestly don't know. Well, I heard that darn buzzer go off. My kitty's going to be very unhappy. But we must go. Because now the darn thing is going to be persistence. I wish you wonder and fabulousness and fun and letting go. Bye.